Big guy here. I'm gonna talk about what it's like to date a single mom. Now, I've dated quite a few single moms, and just a forewarning: if I suddenly stop making videos after this video, that probably means some of the single moms I have dated saw the video and they probably dug a pretty big hole for the big guy. But man, when you're young, it's easy to say I ain't gonna date a single mom, but when you get older, there's a lot of single moms out there, and chances are you're gonna date some of them. And some guys are like, never date single moms, and me personally, it comes to a point, man. Like, I don't care if they got kids or not. I'm trying to date someone depending on what type of human being they are. And some single moms can be really great people, but there is a stereotype, and a lot of single moms. I don't want to say single moms are bad, but like there's a lot of very common issues that go along with it. And one of the first things you notice about dating a single mom, especially if she has some young kids, chances are she will be wonderful. She will try to be like the most perfect woman you ever dated. She will put that honey trap on you. It should make you feel, awesome, wonderful, and there's good reason for that too. She has a lot of baggage, at least one or two kids, one kid or more, right? But so they're gonna be great and wonderful. They're gonna have you question like, man, like why is everybody down, single moms? Why? And more importantly, why did baby daddy leave? So know that up front. They're gonna love you hard. They're gonna love you fast. They're gonna put it on you. It's gonna be wonderful. Now, here's where some of the issues come in. The biggest problem with dating a single mom, you will not be her number one priority. And, you look on dating profiles, my kids come first, my kids are my world. Okay, cool, I get that. But, like, if I'm in a relationship with a woman, like a serious relationship, as a man, I want a lot of her attention. And so basically what you're saying is you get in a relationship with a woman and some other guy's sex trophies are coming before you. I know it sounds kind of bad to say like that, but, I'm not a second-class citizen. I'm not, sitting in the back seat in a relationship. I deserve to be put first time or two. But again, understand what type of monster would a woman be if she didn't put her kids first, right? I guess that's why the ideal family situation has a woman and man with their kids, not someone else's kids, for that reason. Because then it's not so much a woman putting someone else's kids in front of you, it's your family being taken care of, right? So that's going to happen pretty quick. There's going to come times where you're going to have dates canceled on you because little Timmy has to go baseball practice or something dumb. And that makes it sound really bad, huh? Like you shouldn't ever date single moms. But ideally, ones that make it work. I mean, what type of needs does a kid have anyways? I mean, food and shelter and clothing? That should all kind of be taken care of anyways, right? So if she's a responsible single mom, that shouldn't really be an issue. She'll find a way to make you feel important and all that stuff. Another thing, when I dated single moms, my life was dictated by other men. Oh, no. No. I cannot stand that. I cannot stand my schedule, my life, my plans revolving around whether the baby daddy's going to pick the kids up or not. Like, that's like big pet peeve to me. Now, if a single mom has a dependable baby daddy or sitter network where that's not a problem, there you go. Like, I've dated women that had 50-50 custody. The dad was very much in the kid's life, very responsible, like clockwork, Monday through Sunday or whatever. And that's not that bad because, you can go out and have fun with them. Then when the kids are gone, hey, guess what? You got your week with your woman and get to date her how you please. You get to be spontaneous, all that stuff. But I've also dated single moms with, I don't want to say crappy baby daddies because, I mean, that's kind of, shitting on guys that may or may not deserve it. But the one thing that does irritate me is if a man says he's going to do something, he needs to do it. Because that's, one of the hallmarks of being a man is your word and holding yourself to your word. So if I'm with the chick and, baby daddy says, hey, I'm going to pick the kids up Saturday, bring them back Sunday. Cool. That means I get to plan a bike ride with the woman I'm dating, right? Well, Saturday rolls around, no word from baby daddy. Sunday rolls around, no word from baby daddy. So I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs like, I was looking forward to that bike ride. You can't take kids on a motorcycle ride because it's, two-seater, right? So here's my life being dictated and controlled by another man. That's bullshit. This is my life. I ain't gonna let no man, no, sorry. That's a huge deal to me. But again, that's just one of them things kind of come with the territory, and something you gotta be aware of. Another thing, probably most important, you really gotta like the kids. We're about to be in this pandemic of kids raised without strong male figures in their life. That's going to get real bad real soon. And kids need their real dad in their life. There's no substitute. They need their real dad. There are rare exceptions, not the rule, exceptions, where a stepdad does a good job with a kid from a young age and raises them as his own. But for the most part, okay, I know a lot of women, they pick a bad guy. I'll talk about that in a second. So their baby daddy ends up in prison, drugs, all that stuff. So here she is, raising these little kids by themselves. And she has to work. There's no way around it. She has to work. So she's off working 8-10 hours a day. Kids are in daycare with family. Well, guess what? Daycare and family don't really care to raise kids. They're just trying to pacify them. So here these kids at a young age not really getting the discipline they need, or just the structure, or learning things that a young kid should learn. Instead, they're just being placated and, here to stay busy and don't, make big of a mess or a lot of noise. So then, single mama comes home after working 8-10 hours a day, picks kids up, and she's tired, as she should be, because she's been working hard. And she don't want to deal with the kids. She just wants, same thing, pacify them, keep them entertained and put them to sleep. And that's going to be something pretty big in today's society. It's like a huge deal now. And I ain't trying to judge her for it. They're trying to do the best they can, right? What else can she do? Probably picked a better guy to breed with, but, whatever. It's a different story. So, and, another thing, I guess that stems from the fact that, we grew up from tribes, right? So women really, just birthed kids and kind of took care of the cave or the hutch or whatever, and you had men in the tribes raising the boys into what they should be. So maybe it's not so much a single mom's fault, it is a society's fault that we don't have that in place to raise people properly, and instead it's, don't hurt little Timmy's feelings. Whatever. So the point of this whole story is, chances are, if it's a young kid without a strong male figure in his life, or an actually remarkable single mom raising a kid, that kid's probably going to be a disrespectful little shit. And it's going to be real annoying. So, and that can put, a big damper on things, because you come home from work and you get in your house and this little asshole of a kid is running around terrorizing everything, and you can't discipline them because baby mama's like, it's not your kid, don't do it. So, it's not fun. But sometimes, some single moms actually do raise their kids right, and they can be respectful and not much of a problem. It's things you got to look out for. You never know what you're getting into. So some people say you shouldn't meet the kids until way later. Nah, I say meet the kids a little sooner. You ain't got to, be introduced as, potential stepdaddy, but nothing wrong, introduce them as a friend and see them what they're like, because I'm telling you, if you don't like the kids, you're going to grow to resent the single mom. If you do like the kids, everything's all better. Oh man, what else is there? Oh yeah, another one of the biggest pet peeves I had is you'll feel neglected and taken for granted. I don't know, one time I was working on the weekend, I don't know what I was working on. I was fixing cars, what I do for a living. I was working on something, and the chick I was dating had kids with her, and she's off doing something. She's coming by, and I said, hey, pick me up a drink. It's freaking hot. I'm thirsty. I'm dying of thirst. Can you, stop by and give me a drink? Well, she stops by, she just picks something up, but she forgot my drink. Now, I know that sounds kind of petty and stuff, but it's like, I sit here and I do a lot for her, and I rarely ask for anything. And the one time I asked for a drink, I don't get it because the kids distracted her. Kind of gets to you a little bit. It might sound kind of petty or whatever, but it's just there are more situations like that. It's just small things, and so yeah, they tend to neglect you a little bit. Maybe that's why they're single mom or selfish. I ain't trying to hate on single moms. Some are very much like that. Some are very selfish, and some aren't. It's just you can't judge a person for being a single mom. You got to judge them as the human they are. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, another thing you gotta be careful for. If you're not the single mom's type, like you look through her history of guys, and she's dated bad boys, thugs, or just players, guys that aren't you, pretty much the exact opposite of you. Because you're a safe guy, right? You have a good career. You gotta be careful because she probably gonna try to baby trap you. We call it a cement baby to try to keep you around, to help raise the other kids. Now, me as a man, if I were to get serious with a single mom, either A, the kids had to already be grown. That's no big deal. I say that. This is lessons learned. I have dated single moms with younger kids. But if they can't have kids anymore and have older kids, no big deal. But if they have younger kids, let's say she has 2 kids, well, I expect 2 more kids from her plus 1. Because if she wants the best from me, I want the best from her. I don't want her to give no man more than she ever gave me. So, kind of unrealistic when you think about it, right? But even still, it's just, man, if you don't have kids, you're a single mom, that's tough. Even if you have kids, it's still tough because then you got to sync up your kids' schedules. Then there's other people dictating your lives. Your baby mama, her baby daddy, it's very possible to work out. But I mean, man, dude, it ain't easy. Let's see. What else we got? Oh yeah, another thing too. When you first start dating a single mom, again, especially as younger kids, you'll find her really available for you. Like, everybody's gonna watch them kids for her. It's really weird. She'll be wonderful in the beginning. You'll have a lot of dates because everybody's watching the kids. And then once y'all get settled in, it could be real early, like a few months, maybe a little longer, maybe a little less. She ain't going to have the availability she did. And it's kind of a con game, like a hidden subconscious con game. Everybody else going to watch them kids because they know that if she boos you up, she woos you over, you're going to be watching them kids more, I guess. Like, you're going to take over duties with the kids. You're going to be stepdaddy. So, and it's kind of like a switch and bait, con game. Like, I thought I was going to have this wonderful life with you, and next thing I know, I got kids all the time. Well, you're a single mom, I guess, you got to expect to have kids all the time. Kind of ranting a little bit on this. I mean, you can't hate on people for having kids. And you can't judge them too harshly for being single. It's a society we live in. It'd be different if society viewed things differently, but it is what it is. Can't say it's right or wrong. I do know that if a kid doesn't have his father growing up in his life, a good role model father, it'll have a huge effect on him. And it's a tragedy what's happening to some of these kids that, grow up because baby mama picked a bad baby daddy, or I don't know, just things happen where the father's not in a kid's life. It's a true tragedy. Let's go back to another point. Why is baby daddy not in baby mama's life? Like, what happened there? So, did she pick a bad guy? Okay, that kind of says a lot about her. Like, I hear these single moms all the time, complain about their baby daddies. And they're just, talk about how awful of a guy he is, he ain't shit, all this stuff. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, if he's so horrible, why'd you breed the guy? You're the one that opened your legs to him. So, are you that bad at making decisions? There's a lot to it. And it's a lot easier if the kids have, Okay, even shared custody. Let's talk about this. I dated a single mom one time, and her kids had shared custody. 50-50 split, even split. 7 days on, 7 days off. And at first I'm thinking, hey, that's pretty cool, right? Then I quickly realized that neither parent wanted to discipline their kids. And the reason being because while they were with them, they just want to have fun and, not worry about all that stuff. So here's this kid getting spoiled on both sides, and nobody really trying to tell the kid, hey, don't act this way, this ain't cool, or you'll get in trouble. So you got to be careful in that situation. And you can't, again, blame them, because if you don't have your kid all the time, you just want to have a good time with your kid. You do have them, right? But that's not really doing the kid any favors. Man, I'm trying to bash single. I'm trying to tell my experience with this stuff. I'm not trying to hate single moms. One of the best girlfriends I ever had was a single mom. And yeah, I wasn't a good fit for her kids, let's just say it that way. And they probably deserve better than me. But saying that, they weren't my kids. They didn't have my personality. They, the expectations I had for someone of my genetics didn't apply to them. And I wasn't happy in my own household for that reason. And you got to look out for yourself first. Anyways, if you're going to date a single mom, you got to go in with certain expectations. And it can work. You just got to make sure the situation's right for you. And everyone's different. Every situation's different. Every baby daddy's different. Every custody arrangement's different. Every kid's different. You may or may not like the kids. Certainly if you don't like the kids, get out. Because that's just going to cause you to resent her later, especially has them a lot of times. And even worse, when she puts them ahead of you, you're really going to resent her for that. Oh man, what else is there? Sitting here looking at my list. I actually got a little bullet list, so I'm trying to work a little bit better on this. Kind of ran out of idea stuff to talk about. I got 22 videos, my 23rd video. But, it's a work in progress. This is fun. So yeah, if you're going to date a single mom, you just got to know what you're getting into. And I think the situation's better if you both have the same goals. Like if you're a single dad dating a single mom, you have the same custody schedule, or the custody schedule you'll have with the kids works out in both y'all's favor, and you're both working to have a better household. Yeah, things can work out. If you don't have kids and she has kids, again, it has to be a favorable custody schedule where if you like spending time with your kids, you like doing things, everything's cool. You really got to like the kids. If you don't like the kids, it ain't going to work out. If you don't like the kids, you're going to resent her pretty quickly. And finally, you got to make sure that she really loves you and respects you as a man, and that she's not just using you for your resources. That's kind of a big one. Because that is kind of a dual mating strategy of women. They'll try to get the alpha seed of the bad boy, and then go get some poor schmuck who makes a lot of money to pay for everything. And that guy gets treated very poorly. He's not happy in life, and that honey trap she set on him quickly turned into a dead bedroom. You will not be happy with it. So you got to make sure that she loves you for you, not what you do for her. That's about it for single moms. Otherwise, we'll be ranting on the same stuff. And again, I try not to bash them. It's just, that's another thing you got to be careful of when you're dating. Because you're dating a single mom, you're not just dating her, you're kind of dating the kids too. Anyways, big guy out.